fast life, the fast living. They see the ambition, they know I'm past driven. Look, we are not the same, this is not a game. I be swerving through the city in and out of lanes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spot Real Talk. My name is Tiara.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Ron.
And today we have another very special guest from the BMF series on Stars. We have with us Myles Truitt, who is playing B-Mickie on the show BMF. So he is an amazing young man. We are very happy to chat with him. So you guys will definitely enjoy this one. Here we go. Just want to say thank you for taking the time to talk with us. We know you're probably very busy, but we definitely appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you guys for having me, man. This is fun.
Yeah. I started to say my face may not be lovely, but it's here anyway. What can I say?
Hey, man, you Dapper Dan today, man. I see you.
Yeah, this is what the job will do for you. You know what I mean?
Hey.
So, Myles, we know you have had a very hectic season. Your character, B-Mickie, you've been going through it.
Yeah. He has a lot of psychological warfare and mental stability that he's trying to have control over. But it's fun being able to navigate, those two worlds, playing both sides. As an actor, you gotta find that soft spot, find that niche. And I had a phenomenal time doing that, working alongside Detective Bryant, Steve Harris. I loved working with him. I'm a huge fan of him ever since Diary of a Black Woman. And just his presence, understanding his signatures, his mannerisms, how he controls beats and time of the scenes. I really picked up on that, and hopefully you guys saw that throughout this season too.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. You guys have great chemistry. You can tell that, you guys are really like a family on and off the screen.
Yeah, I can't even count on my fingers how many pictures we got in my phone together, man. Big bro, that's big bro.
Yeah, now I know Ron has some thoughts on your character this season and some of the decisions.
Really?
Well, look, man, first of all, I love your character. I love what you did in the action thriller. I think it was called Ken.
You watched it? Oh,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are down on my bro, and in every respect of the word. But my question for you, and I'm going to address the elephant in the room here.
Address
it. Why didn't B-Mickie just simply go to Meech and say, "Hey, the big bad wolf, Detective Bryant, is trying to make me out of snitch bait"? Why didn't you just tell him that initially? Because I think that would have, taken care of some of the problems that we saw a little later on.
The fact that we can say I think that would have happened rather than I know is the reason why he probably didn't go to Meech.
Okay.
You got to pay attention to what happened the first season. He started out the season killing somebody for Meech. He ended the season killing somebody for Meech. Meech didn't do anything for him.
I see.
We go to this season, my mom in the hospital, undergraded hospital at that, not being deserving of what's given to her, and Detective Bryant comes to me with a variable, "Hey, I got you.
Okay.
I got you. I got you. I got your mama, and I'm gonna protect your freedom if you do this for me." He never approached me, on that type time. I'm sure if you guys go back to episode 8 of last season, we're sitting at the long table right after episode 9, right after I killed Kato, and we're sitting at the long table, B-Mickie a little bit drunk, and I'm telling him, I just killed this girl for you, and he's like, "Well, I needed you to do that." So there's no remorse given in that moment, and you never saw the humane side of Meech when it came to B-Mickie. But B-Mickie always showed that loyalty and brotherhood and that family towards him. And some strings were pulled this season to where he had to look out for himself a little bit and not jeopardize the relationship that he has with Meech, but also pay attention to the importance of who else he has left in his life. And now that she is gone, you feel me? Now it's like, okay, what are you going to do for me? Because I was doing everything I can for myself.
That's deep. That is deep. And I wanted to piggyback on that Ron's question, because there seems to be contention between you and Terry. Like Terry said in this last episode, I ain't never liked your friend from second grade. And what is that about? Is it because that is it over Meech? Is it that Terry?
We gotta pay attention to Terry's character. Terry really never picked up a gun until he really needed to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always had it on me. And that just goes to show the certain level of loyalty I had, not only from Meech, well, not only, from Meech, but Terry's brother. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And Terry, I'm sure he saw throughout the years of that friendship that I was longing for that position that Terry was not deserving of, that I felt that B-Mickie felt like he wasn't. And now, the second season, him given that position, in a way, B-Mickie feels like he wasn't deserving of, because now that Terry's gone, oh, you give it to me? Rather than Terry's here and he sees him, you give it to me. And that's what he was looking for. So it's like now he's in this position where I'm in control, but how do I take the reins of that control to where I can navigate myself through this organization and make sure everything is right? I still feel like he's still that little bro. I still feel like he's that third in command, that left and right hand man that he was that first season. And just that definition, that label has just been given to him rather than the position. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's why Brian B-Mickie was so questionable of where Meech's energy lied between their relationship and what he could do for Meech. So that's why he went back to Detective Bryant to see what he can do for himself, not for Detective Bryant, but for himself. So where he feels like he is important to at least somebody, you know what I mean? And deserving of some things that wasn't been given to him.
That makes perfect sense now that you say that. Yeah. And, I was thinking too, because like you mentioned, your character has kind of been used and abused by several people. Yeah. And so in my mind, I'm like, B-Mickie just lost his mom because he was locked away in a trunk, thanks to Detective Bryant. So I'm like, he has to be in savage mode now. Yeah. Is that the case?
It's not, and it's this next episode, it's not a revenge episode. And I know a lot of people are anticipating that. It's more of a vengeance. It's more of an avenge episode, to avenge my mother, to avenge the relationship that I had with Meech. You know what I mean? And more of trying to find an understanding for Meech to where B-Mickie was coming from. They jumped out that window right after that wiretap, and B-Mickie looked at him and said, I had no choice. Meech says, there's always a choice. But then again, with that response, there wasn't an understanding.
Okay.
I like to piggyback on that question because you seem to differentiate between the difference of avenge and revenge. And how does that play out in B-Mickie's mind? Can you help us understand that minute difference between revenging the circumstances that B-Mickie found himself in and you being an avenger? How does that work out?
You gotta pay attention. Like the first season, his whole motive was revenge. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get back. But nothing else was given to him in return.
Okay.
So now his mother is gone. I have to avenge the relationship that I felt like I had with my mother, and also the people that I've been incorporated with, without diminishing that with the level of revenge that I feel like I should, place on to the people that, that I feel like should.
That's what's up. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And, I know that you are from Atlanta. And so a lot of the cast members are too. Now, so I love the fact that they're kind of like incorporating some of that history into the show, because people in Atlanta obviously are kind of familiar. And I just wanted to ask, were you familiar with BMF prior to joining the show?
They know I'm Big Meech. That's the only thing I knew about Meech, BMF, any of those guys. So but I love going back and love being able to go back in time. I love nostalgia. So that was the main thing that I was pinpointing when it came to my agents, me telling them certain projects I'm looking forward to, because we're restricted to a certain amount of context and dialogue when it comes to these books growing up in middle school and high school. All we know about is Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, civil rights, and slavery. And one more, a lot of people don't know, there wouldn't be a touchscreen without the Black man.
Amen.
Say that.
Like, a Black man created the touchscreen, but there's no movie about that. But they want to make a fucking movie about Steve Jobs.
Go on and preach, man. Go on and preach.
So like, that's just going back to what I've been longing for. I love illustrating stories for people to be educated while watching. You know what I'm saying? I love to be able to educate people on nostalgia, on history that we would have never, you know what I'm saying, learned before. And if we would have never made this project, who would have?
You're right about that.
Meech probably wouldn't have gotten his case cut down. You know what I'm saying? He'd probably still be in jail for probably 10, 15 more years. You know, this is all of this project isn't just to educate people, but there's more of a motive to it. His man is still in jail, and he's not an Italian mobster that's dead, and they're making a trilogy movie about it. This man is in jail talking to producers, writers, and his son, saying this happened, this happened, this happened, and orchestrate this, and we're making it happen in the same time. So that's what gravitated me towards this, a historical project, a real project, and not only that, a project that is beneficial towards a man that is incarcerated, you know, and can bring beneficial value to him getting out, you know. So that's what really like pulled me towards this project for sure. And then also, man, the cars, the lingo, style of music, you know, I just love it. It's different, you know. And me being 21, I feel like I could have been born in 84. I started out New Edition Story, you know, and Stranger Things 86.
I was about to go there next.
BMF is 83 through 88. So it's like most of my projects I've been in, like, I just relive history, and I love people to be able to relive history with me while I'm able to tell that story.
Yeah, I was gonna give you kudos on that. I said your versatility, basically, because I know you've been in Stranger Things, you're on BMF, and now you just mentioned New Edition, which was one of my favorite groups growing up and stuff. So, and you guys killed it, because a lot of times they don't always get those stories right. And when I watched it and watched the choreography and everything, and even like the videos of side by side, y'all did your thing.
You know who was our choreographer? Brooke Payne worked with us for 2 months before we even started filming. He said they can't get on camera if he don't know how to walk like Ronnie. He can't get on camera if he don't know how to spin like Ralph. So we was in boot camp, literally listening to the Jackson 5, watching Jackson 5 YouTube videos, doing the ABC choreography. You know what I'm saying? Going over and over and over again till we actually had it, you know. We went to Roxbury Park, getting the essence of it, you know, like all of that. I just love being able to be a part of those type of projects. So it was fun, man. That was fun.
Y'all did y'all thing. Because when I looked at the side by side of the video, the New Edition video, and then y'all and stuff, I said, oh, they got the choreography down pat. Like, it was difficult to tell the difference between like the video and stuff with the actors and the actual group. So y'all really did y'all thing.
Shout out to Chris Robinson, man. Shout out to Chris Robinson and Robbie Reed, the casting director, huge Black casting director. I'm sure you guys know the name. But they're very hands-on with us, man. They 24.7 million views in 3 nights. You know, so it was amazing to see the reaction and response from everybody. And that just was a lot of that was a huge amount of jet fuel and confidence booster for me to just keep going, you know, and just keep providing these projects for you guys.
Speaking of keep going, I want to thank you personally from the spot, because during season 1 of BMF, you were one of the cast members that constantly like encouraged us on social media and was like, keep going and everything. So that means a lot to us. Yeah, so we really appreciate that. And I definitely wanted to make sure I said that to you when we had a chance to talk.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And let me ask,
go ahead.
But let me say this too, because with your intellect at 21 years old, and your acting acumen, which is
Mhm.
far above your age. Where do you see yourself going next in terms of a character?
I like war movies. I really love war movies. I would love to play, I think I'm gonna come up with this screenplay. It's gonna be called Waterboy, and I feel like there's a lot of you guys watch Red Tails.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I really want a story about a Black brother being enlisted into the army, but not into the army, into an environment where he doesn't feel his place. You know what I mean? He picks up that gun and he actually finds his place. He finds what he's fighting for and his, you know what I'm saying, and his motives and objectives. Those are the type of projects I look for, like a Hidden Figures project, or I love to play a superhero. We don't see a lot of people that look like me portraying those roles, and when I watched Hidden Figures, Taraji shoot like a phenomenal job. She said that shit about them pearls.
Yeah.
She meant it. So it's not really more so of the projects, but it's more so the moments that I'm looking for throughout my career that will build those building blocks to where I'm longing for.
Yeah. Excellent answer.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's going to keep him, the versatility is going to keep you getting work, because they're not going to be able to typecast you. I remember years ago reading this interview with Lorenz Tate, like after he had done Minister Society, and he just was saying in an article about how different roles are they kept wanting him to do O-Dog, and he said that he was rejecting those roles because he wanted to be able to diversify his portfolio and stuff. So I see that for you too, by the different roles you've already taken with New Edition, BMF, and then now, and Ken and Stranger Things. So, that's smart for you to do that.
Thank you.
Yes, and so I just want to ask one last question, with the success of all of the shows that you've been a part of, how has that changed life for you? Do you get constantly approached by the crazy fans and they asking you questions about the show? Like, how is that difference in life now that you kind of like have been a part of all of these hit series?
It's a lot of love in Atlanta, man. Like, I come from theater, Salvation Army on the West Side, so every time I go on the West Side, on the West End, it's mad love. It's mad love, and they know my name rather than who I play. And my main objective, back to what you said, I ain't trying to be typecasted. I'm more than B-Mickie. I'm more than Ronnie DeVoe. I'm more than Patrick from Stranger Things. And that's just my main goal. I get a major love in the D.
Yeah.
I go in different restaurants. I get a free meal. Whoa.
Hey.
It's $30 tip. You know what I'm saying? Here's, something I gotta pay, but it's a lot of love, man. I don't try to take advantage of it though, because I know it can be taken away from me just like that. So, I try not to pay too much attention to it. I only pay attention to it when it pays attention to me,
Well, you deserve all the love. You are crushing it in this show. We really appreciate you again taking the time to chat with us.
Thank you.
We are wishing you much continued success.
And we appreciate you.
Tierra, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
we appreciate you.
We appreciate Myles, but
Yes,
we did
indeed.
put B-Mickie on the hands list. We did have to tell you that.
I can
we
honestly
understand
say,
your reasons now, but we did put you on the hands
but
list.
I can honestly say, after this interview, with your intellect and the way you've come across, I think we can get him off the who gets the hands list. Yeah.
Myles is good with us, but
he's good.
I don't know.
Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see, but we are empathetic towards.
Well, I'm gonna hang with you.
Have you guys watched episode 8 already?
No, I haven't.
I have. I have.
Okay.
So I'm not giving any spoilers.
Don't give them no spoilers. But you guys, I'm looking forward to you guys to see my chops in this next episode. Like I never.
Oh yeah, you killed it.
Okay.
You killed it. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. No spoilers. I'm not giving no spoilers. I'm just giving kudos. He did his thing.
All right. I'm watching it tonight. So
Me too. I appreciate y'all energy though, like for real.
Yeah, we appreciate yours. And also Atlanta's like a second home to me. So I have family there and everything. So I'm there quite often. So I understand about the energy in Atlanta and the support behind you and everything like that. I definitely get it.
And I take that 10-hour drive to Atlanta. I don't have a problem. I got fam there. So Definitely.
Well, hopefully
Yeah.
I'll see y'all when y'all come down then.
Yeah, we were
Okay.
there for the Tierra and I were at the season 1 premiere. We didn't get a chance to meet you in person, but we did meet Da Vinci. We met Sydney and Russell. We saw Meech from afar and stuff. So we were there. We saw you on the red carpet and stuff.
That's what's up.
The next chance we get, we will. The next chance you get, you'll see the three amigos here. You'll see them.
Well, look, y'all have a blessed day, man. It was a pleasure talking to y'all. For real, I had fun. For real.
Yeah, we did
Thanks a lot.
too.
We appreciate you.
But
All
you
right.
know what? I'm gonna throw this live real quick before we let you go, because normally on our show we like to do roundtables with fans and the talent. We already asked Meech, so now we asking you that, you know, if you have availability, we would love to have you on our show to like talk to the fans.
Okay.
You know.
And even if I can't see you guys in person, we could do it virtual.
Yeah,
Yes.
we normally do it virtually.
Okay.
And stuff. We just send a Zoom link and everything. And so if one day, if you're able, we would love for the fans to have a short Q&A with you.
What's this? The spotlight? What's this? The
Spot Real Talk.
The spot real talk.
spot real talk. Okay, for sure. For sure.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks again.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. All right.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
day.
He be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays.
You ain't ready for the 8th. She ain't ready for the 8th. He be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the 8th. She ain't ready for the 8th. Mad as savage in me back and I'm back and it happening, ready to blow. I remember doing deeds with Deji from the street, they left me on my own.